The summer is in full swing now as we enter June. A new month also means new game releases. June doesn't look like it's gonna be the biggest month when it comes to new game releases, but I still have a few games to recommend. And please, if I missed any great indie games releasing this month, please leave a comment so I can check it out. Otherwise, let's get to it. First, I just wanted to start with Songs of Silence, as it should have launched last month, but got pushed back to 4th of June. I'll link my previous video down below if you want to know a bit more about the game. I just want to mention it as I have looked forward to it for quite some time and I know many others have as well. Then we have Dragon is Dead. This is a hack and slash roguelite. Here you are a dragon slayer. Dragons have challenged the gods and lost all except one, Gurnian. He instead embraced evil and have started to corrupt the world and needs to be stopped. You will go up against a wide variety of monsters and abominations created by him as you try to save the world. As this is a roguelite, you will of course die a lot, so you'll have time to experiment with your skills and abilities to find a good build. You will also retain the power of your equipment throughout runs, even if you die, making it a bit more forgiving. I like the art style, it looks great, it has that kind of dark flair to it, the gameplay looks good as well. There seems to be a lot of flexibility when it comes to building your character. This one is developed by Team Sunit. Release is planned for 7th of June. Star Stuff is a cute little puzzle game focused around a factory and automation. You are presented with a puzzle and have to program different types of bots in order to solve the problem. It looks like you have a bunch of actions you can also ask them to do, and then you need to figure out the right order in which everything should be done. It seems like most of the solutions also requires you to participate in the solution and not only helping with the setup. The game seems very chill and not something you have to rush through. The game have over 150 different puzzles, which is quite a lot. Developed by Animo Game Studio, release is also planned for 7th of June. Still Wakes the Deep. This is a psychological narrative horror game which you play in first person. You don't really have weapons or abilities in this game. This is instead more of a story game where you need to use your wits and determination. Set on an oil rig where everything you know have turned into a nightmare. All lines of communication have been severed and all exits are gone. You need to start searching for your crew as you make your way through the rig. And of course you have to avoid the horror that have come aboard. To me the game looks great. The setting and atmosphere is amazing, and I just hope the story can deliver, as that will make or break the whole game. This one is developed by the Chinese Room, release is planned for June 18th. Crab God. This is a strategy slash simulation game underwater where you are the guardian of the abyss. With your crab babies you need to restore the ocean by first raising them, nurture their personalities, upgrade them, build coral reefs and fend off threats in order to protect the oceans. The game have what it calls a blessing system, and as you raise your crabs you will choose new abilities, stat boosts for them, which will also give them personality traits, which allow you to tell a story with each of them. I also like what this game is trying to push. The developers are working with dots.eco and are claiming that in-game actions will convert into planting trees, cleaning ocean plastics, planting new coral and much more. I like the idea of this, and I just hope they're very transparent with everything here and can actually show progress of this and not only saying this. This one is developed by Chaos Theory Games, release is planned for June 20th. Artisian TD. I just love myself tower defense games. It's such an interesting genre within gaming, and there aren't that many games releasing every year. In Artisian TD, you build your own path with the towers, forcing the enemies to go the path that you have laid out for them. All except flying ones, and there are a few others that seems to be able to climb over the walls. There is nothing procedurally generated in the game, everything is handcrafted and balanced. There seems to be around 30 maps and a bit more than 10 turrets that you can also upgrade. There is also farms which will generate income, but are also easily destroyed. I really like the graphics, clean, with attention to details. I like the path changing and the impact when you're building a tower. It looks really good. Definitely a smaller game, but it seems to have a lot of potential. Developed by Artisans, release is planned for 24th of June. Galactic Glitch. This is a roguelite with twin stick shooter mechanics. The game takes place within quite a small arena where you fight off enemies. Choose upgrades of course after that, and select where to go next. There are lots of secrets to find. It's all a very standard roguelite experience. The combat is the interesting part here. It looks challenging and fun, and they have added some interesting mechanics. You can catch enemy missiles and throw them back. Rocks can also be sent flying towards the enemy. The arena walls can also be used to bounce projectiles back at the enemy. Really cool actually. The enemies are quite bulky in the game, so using everything in your arsenal is crucial. Galactic Glitch enters early access in June. No specific date yet. It will stay in early access for about a year, and it's developed by Crunchyleaf Games. Mira and the Legend of the Genis is a side-scrolling Metroidvania where you play as Juba. Juba is a treasure hunter and on a job discovers an ancient necropolis and the djinn Mira. They form a bond and set out exploring the fallen kingdom of Amesgesh and try to regain Mira's memories. The story is sufficient as an opening for me. Personally, I'm a bit tired of the whole memory loss trope, but hopefully the game evolves the story over time. As this is a Metroidvania, you will of course have a lot of different tools in order to progress and solve puzzles. There are 4 types of weapons to use, all connected to a different element. Then you also have a skill tree with dozens of moves and combos to unlock. I really like the old school vibes of this game, and I think this could be a really good one. Developed by Little Night Games, release is planned for Q2. June is the last month, so I'm expecting it in June, but we'll see. But yeah, no exact date. Interum Chronicles. False Prophet. I've had my eyes on this one for quite a while now. It's a turn-based strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic world. A virus have killed off 95% of humanity, and the poles have also shifted, creating a new ice age. You are the leader of a group of survivors, and as the title of the game, you are also a false prophet, leading your group to a promised land, which is a lie created to save your lost child. As the game is a turn-based strategy game, you will do a fair bit of fighting, where suppression, flanking and outmaneuvering your enemies is crucial. You will also have to scavenge for resources, as you need to manage warmth, hunger and fatigue. I like the universe they have built up here. It's very interesting, and they have also added an extraterrestrial aspect here, as the game's virus isn't from Earth. The gameplay looks really good, can't wait to play this one. Developed by Spacewalkers, release is planned for Q2, no exact date yet. Evil v Evil. This is a fast-paced first-person shooter. Here you are a vampire and are heading out killing hordes of enemies. You have a few classes to choose from, Assassin, Berserker, Arcanist, all with their own abilities and specialties. The game has kind of a mission structure and a narrative story where you are trying to take down the ultimate threat to humanity. You can of course enhance your character. There are powerful artifacts to find and use. There are a lot of weapons that you can modify and upgrade. The game can also be played in co-op with up to 2 friends, so I hope there are some synergies between the classes. That would be really cool. The style and the gameplay kind of reminds me a bit of Borderlands, so I'm very interested in this title, and as you are vampires, I hope they have integrated that very well in the game. Developed by Toadman Interactive, the release is planned for Q2 this year, no specific date yet. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.